Hello little buns, it is Steph. Welcome to another Halloween or Samhain or whatever it is that you celebrate. Welcome. It's time, girls and boys and everybody in between. Hello, hi. This year I decided to do something a bit different. I did not have a clear-cut idea. I don't have anywhere to go, so I decided to improvise a makeup look based off of an idea, right? Which was witch. And this is what happened. If this wild witch look intrigues you, please keep on watching. I took a lot of inspiration from Norse mythology and Nordic art, as well as video games and other kind of fantasy witches that I've seen in movies and in media. Not so much the Halloween ones, but other ones in fantasy, right? Like I said. If you want to see how I did this, just keep on watching. So the absolute very ass first thing you have to do is to chew gum to, you know, like, balance the universe. And I've already gone ahead and applied a face full of my Dermablend foundation. It's just super intense full coverage. Basically, you want to look like you have enough makeup on to be on any stage, even though this is not for stage. It's just like, rarely do I have the excuse to wear this much foundation. So you want to make sure you are coated. I am going to do some under eye highlighting with a concealer because it's Halloween, y'all. We have to be theatrical. It's gonna be a good time. You want to use a pale ass concealer, okay? No matter what your skin tone is, pale ass. That's what we're going for here. It is worth noting we're not going for really pale skin everywhere. I just want the under eyes to be snowy. Don't forget to blend your concealer, otherwise you're gonna be looking like a Rubik's Cube and not a beautiful witch of the woods, okay? And like, I'm sure Rubik's Cube is a totally cool costume concept, but it's not one that I've developed in my mind. So I don't recommend you use this video to, you know, create your Rubik's Cube costume because you're gonna end up with a really edgy Rubik's Cube. Okay, now we're gonna do that trick that, you know, like we all love, which is baking our under eye. So just, you know, lay it on your under eye. Make it look like you are dating a cocaine salesman from like 1600s. You know, and like to help your cocaine salesman date, you know, magically hide his cocaine, or her cocaine I suppose, below your eyeballs, because that's where witches hide things, I think. And let's go ahead and set the rest of our face with, you know, our standard setting face powder. It can be, you know, whatever the frig you want. Oh, also, like, do not even worry about your hairline because we're gonna destroy it later. I want to start with contouring because I want to. So because it's Halloween, feel free to do things a little bit too much. You know, just really go ham in that contour. You know, just really step it up a notch. Step it up a notch, friend. You know, if you have that Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and there's that one shade that's just too dark for you, maybe you want to break it out. Maybe you want to, like, I don't know, use the blood of your sacrificial lamb, you know? Contour that, you know, jaw. You know? I wish I had a reason for why I'm acting a little bit airheaded, but I don't. I just want to have fun, you know? I just want to have fun. I promise I'm not under the influence of any substances or alcohols at the moment. Now again, because it's Halloween, I'm going to make this nose contour pretty intense because I want to have that dainty ass nose, okay? We're going to offset our contours with a matte highlight, you know, to help sculpt your face. So if you really want to change your features, this is where you want to do it. Now, by all means, if you don't want to contour the shit out of your face, you don't have to. I just want to. And I'm a witch, so if you don't let me, I'm gonna hex you. And that's just the end of it. Bronzer. Now, the thing is here, we're doing something that's like supposed to be a little bit glamorous, but also we're still of the woods. Like, we may be a witch. And, you know, you don't have to be, you know, dirty and shit if you're a witch, obviously. But we're a witch of the woods, even though we're a glamorous ass witch of the woods. Like, we don't want no twigs on us, okay? So we're just gonna make ourselves look a little bit, you know, nature worn with this bronzer. Also, if you want to contour your titties, now is the time. Beautiful. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, so we're just gonna start, you know, somewhere simple. We're gonna, you know, slather on some eyelid primer for that eyeshadow. We're gonna map out some stuff here, okay? I'm gonna use the angled brush from my brush kit from Vanity Planet and a black eyeshadow, and we're just gonna sculpt out some points here around the eye. All right, so we're going kind of above our natural crease to create a line, and then we're gonna drag it up. So we get this ridiculous shape. And then we're gonna go downward alongside the nose, but we're not gonna pull it back up to the eye. I know I do looks like that sometimes. You guys might see on Instagram, but I'm not pulling it back up to the eye this time. You know what? If you get messy, literally don't worry, because we're about to get a hell of a lot messier. Before I go back and finish up the eyes with actual, eyeshadows and stuff, I'm gonna do some detail work around the edge of my face. I'm gonna be incorporating some feathers later, and I wanna kind of keep that texture in there. And because my roots are super awful, I'm gonna take advantage of that. So we're gonna just sort of feather in some black eyeshadow on this angled brush, and you can build it up as much as you like. I'm going to try to culminate it towards the center of my nose here. So I'm gonna try to pull all of it backwards, but kind of make them all point to that point of my voice. Now, do you guys see where my white hair is? I'm gonna try to leave that area free of black. Obviously, a lot of you are not going to have a white streak or a different colored streak of hair in the middle of your face. So you can just continue with the black if you want, or you can do the same thing I'm doing and just not really worry about your hair color. It's whatever you guys want. So once you've done enough of the black, you want to incorporate some other colors. I'm going to stick to warmer shades, like this kind of rusty red. It's not super bright, but I'm also going to try to keep to areas that are not already inhabited by the black, because I want to keep the colors kind of separate and distinct. So try to look for areas that maybe you didn't fill in with the black, and fill those in with your secondary color. It can be any color of your dreams, as long as you can actually physically have it in your hand. And try to make the color more common or more intense the closer to the middle you get. I'm gonna take a glitter liner in kind of a pink shade, and anywhere left that I feel looks a little bit empty or devoid of color in this little kind of area, whatever the hell it is, we're just gonna throw a streak of glitter in there, And again, it can be whatever color you want. If you want to be a rainbow witch of the woods, you know what? Be a rainbow witch of the woods. You be you, girl. Actually, don't. That's kind of the point of Halloween. So maybe don't be a rainbow witch of the woods. Are you ready for it? To get spooky. Not really spooky, I guess. We're gonna backtrack and we're gonna start streaking black in the middle of the face. You want to leave a little bit of a space between the front of your brow and where you bring the black to a point here. Otherwise, it's gonna look like you have a unibrow. And that's kind of cute. So if you wanna look like you have a unibrow, go for it. But if you don't, then don't do that. Now here comes the actual good part, okay? Here comes the part that makes me want to queef. You need a glitter and a glitter base. I'm using the Makeup Forever loose glitter. This is number 13. It's just like the rainbow glitter. It's super, super bright. It's kind of silvery. If you have to assign a color to it, it prefers not to have a color assigned to it. And we're gonna just lay it on, not really thick, but we're gonna just like really dab it on here. And we're gonna focus, we're gonna start up towards the hair and we're gonna dab it right along the hairline. I'm using a liquid highlighter for this because I know it kind of dries fairly quickly. So it'll work kind of like an adhesive. Now if you're actually gonna be going out in this makeup, you may wanna consider using an actual glitter adhesive or like a lash glue. But I'm not going anywhere. In fact, I'm gonna rip this off my face after I'm done. So I don't want anything that's gonna be intensely lasting. If you wanna kind of look down like I'm doing, which will prevent the glitter fallout from getting on anything other than your clothes, that might be good. See what we're going for here? We're gonna keep on working downwards. Now with this last bit, you're gonna wanna be precise with how you apply the glitter because we wanna actually get it into a point. We don't want it to just be haphazard. Okay, that's fun. And it looks kind of ridiculous right now, but we're working on it. We're gonna be running the glitter through the hair too. We're gonna do the eyes now. So hippity scoodah to your favorite eyelash brushes, eye brushes in general, all right? And we're gonna start working with them. So I'm gonna use kind of a rusty brown red. That's 3 colors. And I'm gonna use it to sculpt out, and I guess actually not sculpt out, the opposite of sculpt out. Whoa! That cut crease we did earlier. We're gonna leave the bottom of it kind of solid, however. And because we used a black to sketch this shape out, it's gonna still be quite dark when we blend it. But if yours turns out a little bit lighter, you can add color or you can just roll with it, you know? Doesn't have to be identical to mine. And to keep the different shape, I'm gonna make sure that I sculpt out this kind of sharp angle at the front of my brow. We're gonna incorporate this kind of streakiness in other parts of the face now, but we're also gonna go back and, like, you know, distract ourselves because we procrastinate literally everything. Us recording this video is probably procrastinating something else. Oh, but you know what? This looks cute, so we're gonna do this. This is how I make makeup looks, guys. Completely improvised. And then, like, when something looks weird, I'm like, well, it's just a stepping stone. Oh! It all makes sense now. So here's what you're gonna do, guys. You're gonna take that black eyeshadow, okay? You're gonna start streaking it through your shit, all right? Namely, this giant glitter plate we did at the top of our face. So it's, you know what, it's not a waste of glitter because it still looks good and it's still incorporated into everything. So, like, don't fret. Don't fret if you've wasted your glitter because you didn't actually waste any glitter. And then when we get to the eyebrow, you know where I said to leave a gap? We're not gonna do that because that looks more robotish, okay? And we're going for kind of animalistic, like old world Celtic ass motherfucker. So we're actually gonna streak it down the nose. And that line that we created with this eyeliner thing, we're gonna actually kind of streak it out too. So now we are streaky and fleeky, which is frickin' great. This is way more fun than it was 10 seconds ago. I think you guys agree. The next thing I want to do is to go back with that black shadow again and to make sure we have a nice defined cut crease because we're about to do our eyelid and we want it to be flawless. Oh my god, I need to itch my face, but that's a terrible idea. Cool. So, for glitter, again, you want to use a base. I'm going to use that base that I used earlier, okay? Which is my liquid highlighter, which is Cover FX Moonlight, by the way. It's stellar, all right? Get real in close to that mirror, okay? Start applying that base. You know what I mean? You know what's fantastic? I don't have any makeup remover. The show must go on. We've got most of the glitter on. Now you notice I left the backs of the wings empty. And that's because I'm gonna be using a different glitter. So much glitter, so much glitter. Should arrest me. On what grounds, you ask? The glitter grounds. It's my favorite kind of grounds. So I'm gonna go into the Urban Decay Moon Dust palette, yeah. And I'm gonna grab the Galaxy shade, which is kind of like a black glitter. And we're just gonna pull that right through here. And we're gonna sort of, once we get to the other glitter, start dabbing it on so we can kind of blend them together. Which can be tricky because one glitter is actually a loose glitter and one glitter is ground into a fine powder. So you know what, do your best. If you don't succeed, somebody else will. Take your place. And the great wheel will continue moving on. And everything will be fine and nobody will be helped. Wow, brutal. Starting to feel that old world witchy vibe, you know? All right, we're done with that. Looking fresh, my friend. Looks like I just woke up, rolled out of bed, and was flawless. You know, nothing unnatural about this at all. We're gonna head on back to that good friend of ours, the black eyeshadow on the angled brush, and we're gonna start flicking through along the cheek area, okay? It does look hella perfect, and I'm kind of tempted to just leave it as is because it's gorgeous. Oh, you know what, we are, but we're gonna leave it perfect. We're gonna work down here instead. Let me just shed my skin here, shed my snake skin. Okay, do you see that? We're gonna kind of make squiggly, more intentional shapes. You guys understand? Now you can do this pretty easily by just pivoting the brush back and forth. So you notice I put it down, okay? And as I turn it, I kind of adjust the weight of the, you know, like the amount of pressure I'm putting on it. Now I'm gonna be doing something else down here, right? So you don't have to worry about it going all the way down to your chest. I'm bringing it kind of inward up here to create those like That's the proper English word, you know? Get another Ooh. Now, as I get towards the middle of my face, I'm not gonna do anything here because I'm worried that will start looking like a beard. So we're just gonna stick to the outer edges with these weird tendrils. My thought process and justification for these things is like Cthulhu and shit. If we're thinking about like Lovecraftian monsters, there's a lot of tentacles involved. I'm kind of pulling my little witch fantasy here from a lot of different fantasies, okay? So one of those would be the Hag Ravens and those Forsworn of Skyrim. Another are the Shadow Priests from World of Warcraft, or I guess not the Shadow Priests in general, but the Twilight's Hammer, who worship these giant Cthulhu monsters, right? And that's where these are coming from. This stuff is coming from the Forsworn of Skyrim, which is kind of like a Nordic barbarian tribe, sort of. They still worship very dark and primordial beings. Make sure to get the, what did I call these? Like that, do that. Make sure you get those. Oh, my lover and my friend, I don't wanna be yours. Oh. Alright, we have tentacles on our face now. That's normal. You can even kind of start working them into, oh yes, we're gonna kind of connect the tentacles coming up our neck with the weird feather crest thing at the top of our head. It's not even feathers, it's just like, it's just stuff. And I'm gonna start kind of bringing the black designs onto my ears for no actual reason. And now I wanna work with this. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get filthy as hell. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit, just so you guys can see what I'm doing with my neck. Okay. You ready for this? We're gonna you gotta wash your hands like crazy after this. We're gonna just dip our fingers into black eyeshadow, okay? I warned you. Just these 3 fingers, okay? Just your 3 middle fingers. And here's what we're gonna do, okay? You're gonna take your 3 fingers, space them out a little bit throughout these tendrils, just drag them down. And then you just wanna smudge. Like that. You see? Cute, right? And this can be messy. This can be like totally unruly because literally it's fingers and it's like claw marks coming down your face and your neck. You see? Do that! Oh, I should use the other hand. Other hand. Now you want to go wash your hands, otherwise you're going to destroy all this beautiful, flawless stuff still here. I'm surprised it's actually still flawless at this point. Hey friends! We're gonna go back on to eyes, guys. I spy some eyes, guys. We're gonna use a liquid eyeliner. Whatever liquid eyeliner makes you happy. Whatever makes you want to not die, you know? Whatever makes you feel like a successful, beautiful woman or man or other. I'm going to link my liner up with this kind of winged shape we've already created. But if your interpretation of this look does not involve the winged shape, then by no means do you have to link your eyeliner up with the winged shape. You know what I'm saying? Alright, we got some eyeliner. Now I'm gonna do like an inner cat wing, like I always do. You guys know. Ooh, I have an idea. So, okay. Just keep doing your thing though. My idea here involves kind of leaving a trail of a line coming off of your inner cat wing. I'll show you what we're gonna do in a second. Back to our black eyeshadow on our angle brush. We're gonna start kind of feathering out this lower lash line because I don't wanna leave it blank, but I also don't wanna do like a nice solid color. I want to keep it thematic and keep it kind of messy. So you see what I did there? That looks pretty cool. Alright, I want to tightline my eye. Make sure if you're tightlining your eye that you've sharpened your pencil so that, you know, there's no actual sharp pieces coming off of it that are going to rip your eyeball out of its socket. Because, you know, while we are kind of an old school witch from like literally before Jesus, you know, we only do that to people that are awful. I feel really hot. Like, I don't know what about this actually is hot, but I feel hot, so it's fine. Doesn't matter what actually is hot. So first things first, I'm a realist. That's not funny stuff. What are you doing? Gonna curl my lashes and apply some mascara. You know what I haven't done yet, and I just realized? My eyebrows, but I don't think I want to do my eyebrows. I'm gonna see in a second how I feel. So I'm just gonna coat my lashes with mascara. I wanna drag the mascara. This is an expensive ass mascara. It's like $40. What am I doing? I'm gonna drag it along my neck to create different kinds of markings because that's kind of interesting. Down my body. Wow, this is filthy. Cool. I'm never gonna be able to get this off my body. and I don't care. Before I go do false lashes, I'm gonna do my lips. I've thought about it a lot, and I was tempted to do nude. Nude would look great with this, but it's hella fucking ween, okay? I need some hella lips. So I'm just getting rid of all of the oil on my lips because I put a lip oil on. If you put lipstick on top of oil, liquid lipstick, do you think it's gonna dry? No. This is one of my favorite liquid lipsticks of all time. This is the Stila liquid lipstick in the color Chianti. It's so beautiful. I love this color. So, here we go, guys. Now, if you want to, of course, you may overline your upper lip. You know, if you want to have a fake ass upper lip like me. I love it. Y'all, that's a fake ass lip. If you want to keep something at least a little bit regal, you might want to leave your lips like this. However, I'm a trashy I'm gonna go into my Moondust palette and decide what metallic bullshit do I want to put on top of this. I think silver, because there's so much silver in this already, so we're gonna stick to silver. I'm gonna get it on my wee finger, all right? Oh yeah, that was a good choice. Now the color I'm using from the Moondust palette is called Granite, and it's kind of like a glittery, silvery black gray granite color, you know? And I'm gonna leave some raspberry color still at the edges of the lips so that it brings in that like natural kind of color. Not really natural, but whatever, you know. If you guys wanna put on literally like 3-inch long lashes, do it. You be you know what I mean? But I'm gonna use Benefit's pinup lashes because I don't have 3-inch long lashes. I like these a lot, they give a lot of flair. I still have a trick though to make them look even bigger than they are, and I will show you. Oh, I don't wanna be yours. You know, nice soft ballads from this witch of the West. Now the trick I have for false lashes to make them look more dramatic than they actually are is, of course, you want to wait for them to get dry or tacky-ish, you know, like make them a little bit malleable to put on your face first. And then when you put them on, you want to apply them a little bit further back than your actual lashes, right? Because when you're doing a lighter look, you want to try to get them pretty much centered so it looks perfect with your eye. But when you have this much makeup on, who's gonna see if they're placed a little bit further back? Makes your eyes look way bigger, and it transforms the shape of your eye too. It makes it look way more alien, almost disturbing. Very cool. What I've done here is the front of the lash, normally I would put down here, okay? It's right here, like halfway through my eye. So I've placed the lash significantly further back, and the back of the lash, which normally would be here, is here, okay? So what that means is when I look down, you can probably see the lashes almost flare more out. I don't know what it looks like because I can't see with my eyes closed, okay? But I know it looks pretty bomb. When she stops holding your hand, I don't wanna be. Wait for it to get tacky, otherwise you're gonna have a lash falling off your face, which will look equally as savage. But, you know what? Something on this face has to look like it was intentional, okay? Let it be your lashes. You stop, bitch. Now you might be thinking, Stef, stop, it's time to stop. There's enough on you. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. Everybody's always wrong but me. Time for actual highlighter. So because my fingers have never been more filthy, I'm gonna use a beauty blender with my Cover FX Moonlight, like the highlighter that, you know, is a liquid and shit, you know, all that good stuff. Right on my chica. Right on my cheek right there, you see? And I don't have any desire to like upgrade this with like a powder highlighter on top, because there's, I think like, you know what, even I can tell we're getting to a point now where things are getting to be enough. You know, it's starting to be enough. I'm gonna do one more thing, and that is the brow area. So I'm going back and I'm gonna place a highlighter under my brow bone to help diffuse that intense shadow that we have literally everywhere up here. And we're gonna do our eyebrows black, because why the hell not, girl? You know? Oh my god, I love dark eyebrows. Me. And then we're gonna do the thing again at the front where we kind of diffuse everything so there's no clear indication of where the eyebrow actually is. At least not in my mirror. There might be in the video. But you know, cameras and mirrors have very different realities. You think, oh, we're done. Oh, we're done. No, girl, we're not finished. Time for hair. Now I could just be a messy bitch, because this looks pretty cool too. But we're gonna go back to kind of what I had going on before. We're gonna do a half up, half down. Does not have to be neat, not even remotely. Again, we are a witch we're going for literal, like, before language kind of witch. Like, we're going for, like, caveman witch here. Ponytail that shit, all right? I have a surprise. I bought this necklace, and I was like, girl, this necklace is gonna be so cute for this look. Okay, you see it's got feathers and shit. Guess what, necklaces aren't made for people with big necks, so this didn't fit my neck. I couldn't do it up. So what we're gonna do with this instead is we're gonna wrap it around my ponytail. All right, we're gonna wrap it around like this, and I'm gonna secure that with some bobby pins, and we have this little crown thing happening. You understand? I'm gonna get you a better shot. You should be able to see those feathers in the necklace. Now, it's not, the intention here is not Native American feather headdress. This is literally, I'm trying to repurpose the necklace that doesn't fit my neck, and I thought this looked pretty cool. If this does in any way reference that somehow, I apologize, it's not my intention, and I apologize. I literally am naked right now, just so you guys are aware. I have no clothes on. So a necklace that I found this at H&M. Hello, have you ever seen a more witchy necklace? There's the moons on it and stuff, like literally. Blessings, blessed be. Okay, we're gonna put this on our neck, as you do with necklaces. For earrings, I also found these at H&M. These are a little bit more modern, kind of 1920s. Hold on guys, 1 second. So we've got kind of like feather shit happening. Oh girl. Girl, we look mysterious and shit. We look like we're gonna eat your firstborn. And that is everything for this Halloween tutorial, my look this year. I honestly, honest to God, I'm not going anywhere, and this entire thing was improvised, but I had fun and I do like the end result. If you have any questions or any requests for future costume ideas or improvised makeup looks, just let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Until next time, just remember that you are a super awesome cherry blossom. You would not eat a newborn probably, and that's pretty good, and I love you for that. So I love you so much, bye!
You don't see things the same. 2 walk like 2 out the door. Then you have magic. 1 comes around, 1 today. They don't see things the same. 2 walk like 2 out the door. Then you have magic.